Hey, Alicia. Thanks for joining me for another deep dive.
Hi, Jared. Always a pleasure. Excited to see where we go today.
Let's jump right in.
Oh,
Okay, so here we are, right? Halfway through 2025.
already. Yeah, it flies by.
It really does. And, if you're feeling anything like us, you might be sensing, well, just the weight of it all.
The world has been a lot. That's putting it mildly.
Definitely. Between, the constant news cycle, the emails piling up, sometimes it feels less like living and more like just managing, right?
Totally. Just keeping your head above water sometimes.
Exactly. So today, we wanted to invite you to kind of hit pause with us. Think of it as a little heart-to-head reset. And the big question we're diving into is this. Are you truly living your life? Or are you maybe just navigating the pressures?
Ooh, that's a really good question. And it kind of sets the stage perfectly for what we want to explore today.
Yeah.
Yeah, our mission really is to figure out how we can intentionally bring more, joy, more resilience, more grounding into our daily lives, even when everything outside feels, well, chaotic.
Which it often does.
Which it often does. And what we found looking at all this is actually really fascinating. There are these surprising links between ancient ideas about energy and vibration and some really cutting-edge science that's coming out now.
Wow. Okay, bridging the old and new.
Exactly. And the main takeaway, the thing we really want you to get today is this. You absolutely do not have to wait for everything to be perfect before you start feeling good.
Right. You don't need the ideal circumstances first.
Not at all. There are small things, practical tools you can use right now, like today, that can genuinely shift how you experience things.
Okay, so let's unpack that a bit. We're starting with what you might call the vibrational foundation of joy. And the core idea here, it might sound a little abstract at first, but stick with us. It's that we are fundamentally vibrational beings.
Right, like we're constantly emitting a signal.
Exactly. Imagine you're sending out this unique frequency, the signal, all the time. And everything contributes to it, your thoughts, the words you use, your actions, and maybe most importantly, where you put your focus.
Okay, so it's not just passive. We're actively creating this signal.
We are. And this ties right into what a lot of people call the law of attraction. Basically, the universe or reality, whatever you want to call it, constantly matches the signal you're offering.
So you're kind of getting back what you're putting out all the time.
All the time, precisely.
And that brings us to something really crucial, I think. It's this idea of being happy anyway.
Happy anyway. Tell me more.
Well, it's about the power of consciously choosing to feel good first, intentionally, before the external stuff changes, before you see the manifestation that you think will make you happy.
Okay, that sounds hard, or at least counterintuitive. Choosing joy when things aren't joyful yet.
It can feel that way initially, yeah. It takes practice.
Yeah.
But it's not about pretending problems don't exist. It's about shifting your internal state despite them. Because when you manage to do that, when you choose to feel good anyway, you shift into this, well, we call it a sweet spot. It's this state of alignment. And from there, ideas start popping up. You get these little nudges, these impulses.
Like intuitive hits.
Exactly. And these rendezvous, these, serendipitous meetings or opportunities, they just start flowing into your life. It creates this feeling of ease, of flow. It's quite remarkable, actually.
And this flow state, this ease you're talking about,
Yeah.
that often connects to the concept of the vortex, right?
Yes, absolutely.
How would you describe that?
From this vibrational perspective, you can think of the vortex as like an energetic reality. It's where your inner being, your truest self, holds everything you've ever really genuinely wanted. Your highest potential, your deepest desires, they're already sort of gathered there vibrationally.
Okay, like a holding tank for your best stuff.
Kind of. Yeah, that's one way to put it. And what's really cool is how our emotions fit into this.
How so?
Every single emotion you feel, joy, frustration, boredom, excitement, it's like feedback. It's telling you about your vibrational relationship right now with that vortex, with who you really are and what you're wanting.
So emotions are like a compass, pointing towards or away from that alignment.
Exactly, a perfect compass. So when you consciously choose to feel good, you're not just chasing a fleeting feeling. You're actively choosing to align with your inner being, with that vortex and that alignment. It's like flipping a switch, opening the circuit. It allows those desires that are in the vortex to start flowing into your actual tangible experience.
Ah, okay. So feeling good opens the door for things to manifest.
It opens the door. But here's the catch, the warning we often see.
Uh-oh.
If you keep waiting, keep looking for the external conditions to change first, looking for them to soothe you before you feel good, You actually cut off that
You
momentum.
stop the flow.
You stop the flow. It's like hitting reset and starting all over again at square one, vibrationally speaking.
Okay, so this vibrational stuff, the vortex, inner alignment, it's a really interesting framework. But what's exciting is how science is starting to catch up, isn't it?
It really is. The connections are becoming clearer and clearer.
So let's pivot there. Let's look at the scientific insights into cultivating joy.
Mm-hmm.
How does modern science back up some of these ideas about intentionally creating happiness?
It's actually quite compelling. Take, for instance, something called the hedonic treadmill. Heard of that?
Vaguely. Refresh my memory.
So it's this well-documented phenomenon where humans are incredibly quick to adapt,
Right.
both to good things and bad things that happen externally.
Like getting a raise or buying a new car.
Yeah.
The initial excitement fades.
Exactly. Or even recovering from a setback. We tend to return to a sort of baseline level of happiness relatively quickly. It's an adaptation thing, probably evolutionary.
Okay.
But what it means is that lasting joy isn't really found by just getting more stuff or achieving more external goals. It has to be actively cultivated. It's sustained from the inside out.
Which totally echoes that vibrational point about choosing to feel good first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can't just wait for the outside to make you happy indefinitely.
Precisely. Your inner state has to lead. And then there's research into positive affective forecasting.
And effective forecasting. What's that?
It basically means predicting how you'll feel in the future. And the research shows that simply planning enjoyable activities, just putting them on the calendar, thinking about them, can actually boost your mood before the event even happens.
Seriously.
Ah.
So looking forward to coffee with a friend next week makes me happier now.
Yes. The anticipation itself triggers dopamine, those feel-good chemicals in your brain. It primes you for the joy. It's like a little happiness prepayment.
That's a fantastic little life hack right there.
It really is. And it connects beautifully to neuroplasticity and micro-ritual.
Neuroplasticity,
Uh-huh.
the brain changing itself.
Exactly. Our brains aren't fixed. They're constantly rewiring based on our experiences and focus. So when you deliberately engage in small, pleasurable activities every day, even tiny things,
Like what?
like really savoring your morning coffee, petting your dog, listening to one song you love, when you do that, you are physically strengthening the neural circuits in your brain associated with happiness, contentment, and emotional regulation.
You're literally building happiness pathways.
You are. Think of Rick Hanson's work on hardwiring happiness. He talks about taking in the good, really letting those small positive moments land. It builds those neural structures, making positive states easier to access over time.
So it's not just a mood, it's actually changing your brain structure.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's profound. And study after study shows this correlation. These daily little joys, not just the big wins, but the consistent small positive experiences, they're linked to greater resilience when stress hits, a stronger immune system, even increased longevity.
Better immunity and longer life just from finding small joys. That's huge.
It's a powerful feedback loop.
Yeah.
More joy leads to more resilience, which makes it easier to find more joy.
You know, one of the insights that really jumped out at us during this deep dive was this quote: "Joy isn't a luxury. It's a survival mechanism. It recalibrates your entire nervous system." That hit me.
It's powerful, isn't it?
It really is. Can you break down what that actually means physiologically? How does joy recalibrate the nervous system?
Yeah, this is super important. So when we're stressed or anxious, our sympathetic nervous system kicks in. That's the fight or flight response. It floods us with cortisol, adrenaline, prepares us for danger.
Right. Which is helpful sometimes, but exhausting if it's chronic.
Exactly. Chronic stress keeps that system activated. But joy, experiencing genuine joy, activates the other side, the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest system.
Okay. And what does that do?
It actively counteracts the stress response. It lowers your heart rate, relaxes your muscles, slows your breathing, reduces inflammation, helps with digestion and healing. It literally brings your body back into balance, into equilibrium.
So joy isn't just mental fluff. It's a physical reset button.
Absolutely. It's fundamental for our physical and mental well-being, not just a nice to have. It's closer to a need to have.
Okay, this is all making so much sense. The vibrational side, the scientific backing. But the big question is, how do we actually do this day to day when life is busy and demanding?
Right, the practical application.
Yes. Let's get into the toolkit for daily living. What are some simple, actionable things people can start doing, like today?
Okay, first tool, the 3-minute Joy Audit. Super simple.
Right.
At the end of your day, maybe before bed, just take 3 minutes and ask yourself honestly, did I enjoy anything today?
Anything at all.
Anything. A moment, a conversation, a taste, a sound. And if the answer is genuinely no, or I can't think of anything,
Which happens.
which totally happens, then your only task for tomorrow is to intentionally add one small, enjoyable thing. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe you dance for 30 seconds while brushing your teeth.
Ah, I like that.
Or you send a funny meme to a friend. Or you make your sandwich like it's a piece of art. Just one tiny intentional spark of enjoyment.
That feels doable, turning the mundane into something slightly more delightful.
Okay, what else?
Next up, schedule the spark.
Schedule. Fun. That sounds a bit unfun.
I know, it sounds counterintuitive, but think about it. We schedule work meetings, dentist appointments, oil changes.
Yeah.
Things we deem important.
Yeah, the must-dos. Why isn't joy, fun, pleasure considered a must-do for our well-being? This tool says, treat it like one. Actually put it in your calendar.
Like block out time for read book or listen to music.
Exactly. And to make it easier, create a list first. Sit down and brainstorm. Things I actually like. Be specific. Maybe it's walk in the park without my phone, try a new tea flavor, watch cloud shapes for 5 minutes, whatever genuinely sparks something for you.
Okay, create the menu first.
Create the menu, and then commit to scheduling just one thing from that list each week. Make it non-negotiable. It's an appointment with your own well-being.
All right, I like that. Making it official. Now, what about those moments when you're feeling really overwhelmed, stressed, just off, need a quick fix?
Yes. For that, we have the 90-second recalibration. This is your emergency reset button.
90 seconds. I can find 90 seconds.
Most of us can.
That's good.
2 parts to this. First, breath work. A really simple, effective pattern is inhale through your nose, slowly, for a count of 4. Hold the breath gently for 4. And then exhale slowly through your mouth like a sigh for a count of 6.
In for 4, hold 4, out for 6.
Yep. Repeat that for about 90 seconds. That longer exhale really helps trigger the parasympathetic nervous system, calming you down. Research backs this up strongly. It can lower cortisol pretty quickly.
Okay, breathing. What's the second part?
Visualization. While you're breathing or right after, take maybe 30 seconds to vividly recall one genuinely joyful memory. Don't just think about it, try to relive it. Engage your senses. What did it look like, sound like, smell like? How did your body feel?
Immerse yourself in a past joy.
Exactly. That quick dip into a positive sensory memory can shift your mood and physiology almost instantly. It's a powerful mental tool.
And thinking about the flow of the year. We're at the midpoint now. Summer might be winding down for some, fall approaching. Is there a tool for that kind of transition?
Yes, perfect timing for the seasonal shift ritual. This is more reflective, a gentle check-in as the energy of the year changes.
Okay, what does that involve?
Taking a little quiet time to ask yourself maybe 3 key questions. First, what made me feel most alive, most me during the last season, say summer? Identifying the highlights.
Identify the highlights, the feelings, the activities. Second, what qualities or experiences from that do I want to consciously carry forward into the next season, like fall?
Being intentional about what you keep.
Right. And third, what did I not do, perhaps, that I still want to try or experience before this year is over?
Yeah.
It's about acknowledging the past, setting intentions for the near future, and maybe reigniting a dormant desire. It brings conscious awareness to how you're moving through time. And all these tools, they help us navigate, well, the reality of the world around us without getting totally swamped by it.
That's a really important point. Because, let's be honest, the world can feel incredibly heavy. News fatigue is real.
Oh, absolutely.
You see headlines about the climate, the economy, global conflicts. And it takes a toll on mental health. We're seeing studies about rising anxiety, especially among younger people, linked to things like climate change or financial stress. It's a lot to carry. It really is. And it brings up that tricky balance. How do you stay informed without just drowning in negativity? How do you avoid constant doom scrolling?
Right. What's the alternative?
We like the idea of intentional awareness, which means maybe you choose 1, maybe 2 trusted sources for news. You check them for a limited time each day, say 15 minutes just to stay informed on the basics.
Okay. Set boundaries.
Set boundaries, and then consciously shift your focus. Pivot back to those joy-building activities. Connect with people. Do something mindful. And interestingly, major studies now from places like MIT and the WHO, they're highlighting that these small, consistent mindfulness practices and fostering real community connections, they are among the most effective and accessible mental health tools we have globally.
So simple things done consistently really buffer the stress.
They really do. They build that inner resilience.
So maybe a good reframe to hold on to is this. Yes, the world is heavy, acknowledge that. But your corner of it, your immediate experience, can still be filled with color and music and meaning. You have agency there.
Beautifully put. You control the climate of your own mind, to a large extent. Which brings us to a really common blockage people hit, a sort of manifestation debug mode issue.
So let's switch on manifestation debug mode.
Okay, activating debug mode.
Okay, debugging our manifestation process. What's the common bug?
It's that thought pattern. I'm just too busy. I have way too much going on. I literally don't have time for joy.
Oh, yeah. I've lived there.
Yeah.
It feels so true when you're in it. Like, joy is this extra thing you'll get to someday when things calm down.
Exactly. It feels like a luxury, an add-on. But the crucial reframe here is joy is not extra. Joy is fuel.
Not the destination, but the gas in the tank.
Precisely. You don't need a 2-week vacation to refuel. Sometimes you just need one genuinely delightful moment to recalibrate and give you the energy to keep going.
Okay, so how do we find that moment when we feel totally overwhelmed?
For that, we offer the Joy Sprint.
A sprint, I like the sound of that. Quick and energetic.
Exactly. It's dedicating just 5 minutes, literally 5 minutes, to doing something you genuinely like, something purely for pleasure or ease.
5 minutes? Okay, examples.
Could be slowly sipping a really nice cup of tea or coffee, actually tasting it, watching one funny cat video online, smelling a candle or essential oil you love, stepping outside for fresh air, maybe even writing 2 lines of silly nonsense poetry, whatever feels light and good to you.
And crucially,
doom-scrolling news or social media does not count.
Okay, noted. It has to be intentionally chosen for delight.
Intentional delight. A tiny injection of fuel.
Okay, we've covered a lot. The why, the science, the tools. Now, as we're here at this halfway point of the year, I want to offer something a bit more experiential, a tool to really anchor this in. It's the guided visualization for your second half reset.
Think of this as a moment to just pause, breathe, and consciously recenter yourself. It's like giving yourself a permission slip.
Permission for what?
Permission to remember that this is your life. And you are absolutely allowed, actually. You're designed to enjoy it. So if you can, find a comfortable position wherever you are. Maybe uncross your arms and legs, roll your shoulders back and down. You can soften your gaze, or if it feels safe and comfortable, gently close your eyes.
Okay, let's start with the breath. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in through your nose. Feel your chest expand, let your belly soften and fill with air, and then exhale slowly, gently through your mouth, like a soft sigh. Let go of any tension you're holding.
Let's do that again. Breathing in. Maybe this time imagine you're breathing in a soft, warm, golden light, like honey sunlight warming your skin. Breathe that in. Fill yourself up.
And as you breathe out,
Yeah.
just release. Let go of any pressure, any hurriedness, any lingering I should have. Just let it drift away with the breath.
Now, just allow your awareness to drift. Imagine perhaps a wall calendar. Maybe it's hanging in a sunny, peaceful room. See the pages gently fluttering, January, February, March, April, May, June, all the way until it lands right here on today's date.
Just notice that date. See the space on the calendar behind you, all that you've navigated so far this year, and see the space ahead, the rest of the year stretching out. Just take a moment with kindness to honor your journey so far. Everything you felt, learned, experienced, overcome. You're here now.
Now imagine this whole year, 2025, laid out before you. Maybe it looks like a big canvas. Some parts might already be filled, and maybe some bright spots, maybe some scribbled, messy areas. That's okay. And notice the parts that are still blank, still waiting.
And imagine you're holding a paintbrush. Feel its weight in your hand. And now let your mind drift to the feeling of joy. What color is joy for you right now? Not what you think it should be, but what it genuinely feels like.
Okay.
Is it warm yellow, cool blue, sparkly silver, vibrant pink? Just notice the color that comes to mind.
Now imagine dipping your brush into that unique color of your joy. And gently, playfully, start adding that color to the canvas of your year. Maybe you paint a big splash of it right in the middle. Maybe tiny little dots scattered around, maybe swirling lines of energy. There's no right or wrong way. Just add your color of joy to the picture.
And as you paint, let yourself lightly envision what you might like to create on the rest of this canvas. The second half of your year. Keep it simple. Keep it feeling good. Maybe the image is just spending more time feeling the grass under your feet.
Or laughing, really laughing with people who just get you.
Or maybe it's finally learning how to make that perfect cup of tea, just for yourself. Feel that simple, good feeling. Let it fill you up not as pressure, but as a warm, open possibility. Ease in your body, light in your mind.
They're just quietly, in your own mind, or even whispering aloud if you like. Repeat these gentle affirmations, let them land. I choose joy when I can.
I choose joy when I can.
I deserve to enjoy the life I'm living.
I deserve to enjoy the life I'm living.
I am allowed to paint new colors into my year.
I am allowed to paint new colors into my year.
Take one last deep, anchoring breath. Feel the ground beneath you, feel the support around you, feel that sense of calm, centeredness, and quiet empowerment inside you. And know that this feeling is always available.
When you're ready, gently bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggle your fingers and toes, roll your shoulders gently, and whenever you're ready, you can slowly blink your eyes open.
Just remember this feeling. And remember, you're not behind schedule. You're not broken. You are simply mid-story, and you have so much power, so much time to make the rest of it truly beautiful in your own way.
Wow, that feels really grounding. Thank you for that.
My pleasure. It's good to pause and reset.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So let's just quickly recap the big takeaways from our deep dive today. First, this idea that you really can rewire yourself for more joy using small daily shifts in where you put your attention and how you cultivate your inner state.
Neuroplasticity is real.
Second, remembering that joy isn't just fluff or avoiding problems. It's actually a physiological reset for your nervous system. It's functional.
It's fuel, not extra.
Exactly. Third, the power of scheduling your joy. Treating fun and pleasure like important appointments, not afterthoughts.
Put it on the calendar.
And finally, that simple tools like conscious breathing, visualizing positive memories, and finding genuine moments of laughter. They are literally healing practices for your mind and body.
Simple, accessible, and powerful. Okay, so now for the challenge. Your invitation for this week, should you choose to accept it,
I love a good challenge.
is to schedule just one thing this week, purely for fun or enjoyment, something from your things I actually like list. Put it in your calendar and do it.
Just one thing.
Just one thing. And hey, we genuinely love to hear what you choose. Send us a message, tag us, let us know. And remember, small things totally count. I wore my favorite fuzzy socks and danced in my kitchen for 2 songs. That is a victory.
Absolutely. Celebrating the small joys. All right. So as we wrap up, here's a final thought to maybe ponder this week. What if the most profound manifestation we're all seeking isn't actually about getting a specific thing out there? What if it's really about cultivating an internal vibration of joy, contentment, and alignment first, and trusting that from that place, everything you truly desire will naturally flow towards you, maybe even before you consciously ask for it?
Ooh, that's a good one to sit with, letting the inner state lead the way completely.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive today. Remember, you're doing better than you probably think, and your capacity for joy is already right there inside you.
It truly is. Join us next time for another deep dive into surprising knowledge. Thanks for listening.